As always, shout out to Trags on Twitter for posting this, or Mike on Twitter for posting this. His actual Twitter name is Trags, but he posted every single OTA workout for the Cincinnati Bengals, every single interview during the OTAs, during the workout. So let's go ahead and listen up to this. We listened up to 17 seconds yesterday of Logan Wilson. And he talked about the contract. This is his full interview. Each of these interviews is 2 minutes long. So we're going to go through each one of these as we go through. 1 second, guys.
Is there progress at all towards the extension? Does that hang over you at this point, or just is what it is?
It's out of my control. Just control what I can. I'm not worried about that right now. So,
You know if there's any progress that's been made though at all?
no, I mean, not that I know of yet. I know we've talked about it, and so hopefully get something done. But it's really not up to me. So that's what I have an agent for.
What was this off season like your main focus of stuff that you wanted to do, whether it be get stronger, like what's kind of your off season goal?
For me, it was to just get my shoulder moving properly. I never like last year. You get surgery in February, and then by the time it's healed enough, you're jumping right back into what caused the issue in the first place. So I never got like my scapular rhythm back, and so that was a big priority for me to just get my shoulder moving properly again. So I wasn't dealing with some of those things, and I have. So it's been good. It's the best my shoulders felt since I've gotten surgery.
Speaking of extensions, how nice is it having Jermaine back for next year and beyond?
Yeah, I mean it's big to have the guy that I've been playing with the last 2 years to be back, and hopefully we can just continue to grow together and become better linebackers and help this defense be successful.
Were you surprised that they were able to get a deal done with him to come back?
I mean, I don't really like. I'm just happy it got done. Honestly, I wasn't sure what the layout was going to be like. I know the linebacker market's been kind of weird this offseason, so for us to just be able to bring him back, I know he wanted to be back, so just glad we got it done.
How important is that continuity between the two of you? I mean, you played together now, a ton of snaps together, a ton of games together. How important is that continuity?
Yeah, I mean it's huge. We know we feed off each other. We know how each other plays, and I think that bodes well, especially going into year 3 now playing together. I think that's hard kind of to find in the NFL sometimes. Guys are it's just the business aspect. Guys are jumping around, and you just for us to be able to go into year 3 together is big for us.
Second straight year, Logan, that this team has used the top 3 picks on defense to bolster and strengthen the defense. What are your impressions of what the organization's been able to do to help you?
I've since I've been here, I've learned to trust the front office and what they're doing, and the guys they're bringing in. That they're just team first guys, and hopefully those rookies will be able to find a way to contribute. And
All right, not bad. Kind of didn't know they was just going to cut him off mid-interview there, but glad to hear his shoulder is getting better the best he felt. Again, we talked about it yesterday, but the whole situation with his contract, his agent's working on it, is out of his control completely. All right, the second guy we have here is DJ Turner. Sorry, no, Dax Hill. Talks about fellow Wolverine DJ Turner joining the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's listen.
Walking in here, what would be some advice? This is a pretty
Clicked on the complete wrong one. Sorry, guys. Nope. Let's go back. Let's click on this one.
Talk to DJ. Did you talk to him before the process at all? Or is he
I did. Just checked in on him. That was my guy. At Michigan. So, and then it just so happened after the draft, I talked to him again. So I'm glad that it all played out well.
Did you talk to him much last year about your experiences here, what you liked it, whatever you talked to? Did you converse during the season, or just kind of re-catch up as it got closer to the
During the off season, I did a little bit, not during the season, but just wanted to give him a heads up. Just going to the NFL. Just kind of expect. I just told him my experience, and yeah, so it wasn't anything crazy or anything like that. But I'm excited, that he's back on the squad.
What's the scouting report? On him?
Shoot, y'all obviously know. He's fast. Quick guy. Definitely a great football player, dog. So I'm excited that he's in the secondary.
Did you have an idea that they were interested in him?
I did. A few coaches asked me about him throughout the process, and I kind of put 2 and 2 together. I was watching the draft as well. He wasn't off the board, so I kind of put 2 and 2 together, and I kind of made my assumptions, and my assumptions were true. So I'm glad that it played out.
You more than anybody else, Dax,
Just the type of football player he is. I mean, doesn't matter what atmosphere he's in, what defense he's in. I mean, obviously at Michigan we're in so many type of defenses, so I feel like he can adjust well to any type of role he's in, or just playing a corner in the field. I feel like he'll adjust well. So.
As the pick in the second round got close, did you start to worry and wonder if he would still be there?
Yeah, I thought he was going to be off the board a little bit earlier. Just the season he had at Michigan and just the player he is. I was surprised he was still there. So that just shows, the NFL draft, you really don't know where you're slotted at or where you're going to be at. So I'm glad he's just here, though.
We saw his 40 time at the combine. You referenced his speed. Do you have a story of first seeing, him take off?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how Dax Hill first off can take a step up this year and see how he can progress there, but also working with his former teammate. Again, it's always nice to have chemistry wherever you can on any team possible. So gonna be interesting to see how those two do intertwine with one another. Next guy we have here is listen, your boy. Thanks for the comment section down below. Has told me how to say his name. Ossai. Joseph Ossai. If I butchered that, I'd like to go shout out to Jolly Mole, who posted that. They said O and then Das Sai. Joseph Ossai. Listen, if I butchered that, I'm sorry, but that is how I was told to say it. You tell me down below, it's another way to say it.
Walking in here, what would be some advice? This is a pretty special place to be showing up.
It is. It is. I would say it's not a hostile place, man. The teammates are loving. You see the ping pong tables. We got new ones. I'm about to go hop on and you know what I mean, warm up my arm a little bit. But it's not a hostile place. I would just say come in and work. This whole team, we know how hard it is to get where we are, and we know how hard it's going to be to do that thing again this year. We got a huge target on our back just because we are who we are. You know what I mean? We've won the division twice in a row now. So just come in here and work hard. The whole team respects hard work. So if you're coming in here working hard, you'll be all right, bro.
How do you, what do you think about the drafting of Miles Sanders?
I think it is a great addition to this team. You know what I mean? It's a premium position in this league. If you get after the quarterback, you know what I mean? We're looking for that. So I think it's a great addition. I think we're going to have a lot of fun this year figuring out how to use all these pieces, all these weapons, and I think it's going to be dope for the defense.
When you talk to him, you talk to him and texted him?
Miles, no, not yet, because his phone is going insane right now, first rounder. But I'm going to give it some time and I'm going to hit him up.
So when you do, and you're just 2 years removed from that
Yeah.
experience yourself,
Yes, sir.
what's your advice to him?
Same thing I said. Come in here and work, bro, because we all respect hard work. As soon as you get drafted, it doesn't matter what round you win in. A guy can go in the 7th round and start. A guy could go in the 2nd and get benched or cut. So come in here, work hard, and everything be all right.
Joseph, between this 3rd and 8, you guys have Sam, Trey, Miles on the field. What's that going to be?
Speed, fear for the quarterback, I guess. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be awesome. I'm interested to see how that all works out. It's gonna be amazing.
I'm so excited about freaking Miles Murphy. He just looks so freaking good. And with how versatile he is, you put him in any area possible in his defensive line. I mean, I know Joseph Ossai, he's coming back now with his injury, but it's gonna be a deadly combination. I'm gonna tell you that right now. All right, next thing we have is Jackson Carman. He's going to talk about his health, how he's looking this offseason, all that kind of good stuff. Let's listen up Jackson Carman.
Lost a little bit of weight, but I'm really about the same weight. I just really been transforming my body comp. Been around 320. Last season I was at 325. Feeling great though. I've been learning more about just like been doing different stuff other than football training. You know what I mean? Like in the water more. You feel me? Like yoga, gymnastics, MMA, stuff like that.
How was the yoga? Getting into that.
Every day. You got
Really?
to. Yeah. You got to take care of your spine.
Did you say gymnastics?
Yeah.
What kind of gymnastics is an offensive lineman?
Gymnastics. Yeah. Like there's a gym in Kentucky I've been going to. Just training once a week, just trying to get more better at my flexibility and just body awareness.
How'd you get? Like which gym?
I think it's called Top Flight.
Are you doing like YouTube yoga? Are you going to a
just exploring my body in my house and just feel me, just closing my eyes, stretching, thinking, breathing.
What other stuff have you done besides like yoga and gymnastics? I think Khalid Kareem said he did Pilates at one point. You ever tried that out before?
I've tried Pilates before. I like it. It's just a little bit of everything for real. I feel like the more things you do, the more things you can cross train with. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's just walking down the street, you think about how you're activating your feet, your knees, and your core. You pick up a box at home. You feel me? Like everything you do, you can kind of train with it. So as long as you're doing active stuff and just feel me, just focusing on that, you be straight.
I think everybody in this room understands, Jackson, that this league is built on competition, not only outside of a team but inside of a team as well. How much do you embrace the competition you're about to have here this offseason and getting into training camp?
I love the competition. Like competition is the only reason I'm here. I feel like my whole career, I've just kind of followed the competition. Like when I was in high school, I went to Clemson because they had the little all-star D-line there. You feel me? When I got here, you already know. So competition is where it's at.
Thoughts on going one-on-one with another Clemson guy now?
Miles Murphy is the truth.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
What was your first recollection of Miles back in the day?
Man, he was honestly how I felt when I was at Clemson. Like at practice, he was the only one that would really give me any real work.
Again, keep in mind Jackson Carman will be fighting for that right tackle spot with him, Jonah Williams, and of course Collins, and also Cody Ford, according to Coach. Nonetheless, though, very awesome. You know, he is, again, like I said before, doing everything he possibly can do to get the starting job at right tackle. And at this moment in time, if Collins isn't back by week 1, he is the starting right tackle according to the Bengals. So it's going to be his job to lose if Collins is not healthy. All right, now we have DJ Reader. Let's go ahead and listen up to what DJ Reader has to say.
Ron, you, another guy up here. But it's always good, see another guy from the school just go out there and progress and do good. Not only him, but see the other guy, Brian Brazigo, in the first round. It's good to have just guys representing your alma mater like that.
How aware are you of Miles, his history, his talent, etc.?
Oh, I've been watching him since he got there. He's a big-time recruit coming out of high school, so I'm really into that. Like, that's something I watch. I kind of keep up with the recruiting and stuff like that. So he's a really big recruit. I remember he got there, and kid's fast. He's big, he's strong, he can play, and he's right from down the road in Atlanta. So it's good just having him at Clemson. And I know just from people I know there, he's a good kid, and just excited to get to work with him.
How do you think he's going to help the defensive line?
He's big, strong, and fast, and we can always use that in the D-line, man. He's a savvy guy who, he's got some pass rush moves, he's got some juice, he can move around the backfield. He's not scared, very confident player. You always need that, and then, just hopefully us and Hobby can bring out the best in him.
Sounds like you reached out to him right after the pick.
Yeah, I talked to him, texted him, just told him, congratulations, man. For him to enjoy it, it's something he's been working towards his whole life, and opportunities here now. I'm excited to go on this journey with him and help start that journey, and hopefully he just takes it and runs with it as far as he can.
Seems to be another versatile piece that Lou Anarumo can work with. He can do a lot of different things with his athleticism.
He can move around. We got a lot of guys in that room who can move around, be athletic, and just adding a piece like that would be really helpful for us.
What does it mean to you, DJ, that this team, last couple of years, has spent their first 3 picks on defense, fortifying, trying to bring in as much help as they can?
I mean, they think that old quote, defense wins championship, still holds true. And if you can be a little bit better, you can keep teams from scoring. You bring in more guys on juice. They've definitely loaded up on offensive talent through free agency and with the draft. Just having the right guys in place. So, I think getting those young guys in defense, showing them confidence in them, and then showing us guys who are on defense and know we've lost pieces to go out there and immediately try to make a difference to replace those pieces is huge.
If Miles asked you for a piece of advice this spring as a rookie in the league, what would you tell him?
Just keep working, man. This isn't the time to let up and let your foot off the gas. Keep doing what's gotten you here,
Keep in mind, he is walking into his last year of his contract. He is 30 years old, so we'll see how many years he gets contract-wise this year, as he is going to be getting a new contract sometime this year. But absolute freaking stud defense tackle, DJ Reader. Absolutely love the guy. It's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how much playtime, Reader gets, especially if we start seeing Miles Murphy absolutely take off. Especially, again, Miles Murphy can play pretty much any position in defensive line. I know you might say, well, he's a defensive line edge rusher. He won't play D tackle. You'd be surprised. Murphy is 295. He's almost 300 pounds. He could easily slot up there at D tackle depending on what he ends up doing here. We looked at this interview yesterday. This is Drew Chrisman. He just talking about the fact Cincinnati Bengals drafted a punter. I'll play it just cause. One sec.
You don't think of it as competition. You just go out and focus on your mechanics.
I mean, you just got to focus. Yeah, just focus on your own job, and just try to be the best punter you can, and high water makes all boats rise. So you must look forward to it. I never really had competition in college, and I feel like I became a better punter having the competition last year with Kevin. So.
Do you know Brad?
Oh yeah. I'm very familiar. Playing those guys. I think he was my last 2 years. I think he was there. But yeah, I know Big Ten guys pretty well, and yeah, we have a good relationship. I text him after the draft, tell him congrats, and I'm looking forward to the competition. So.
Does it help that they give you a heads up for,
Just like being able to process and understand it? I think so. I mean, yeah. Darren was pretty clear. He doesn't beat around the bush. Knowing Darren, so yeah, it's good to have Darren, and be pretty clear what to expect. And he called me after the draft, kind of just laid out what's going to look like, and yeah, he said it's pretty much an open competition, and the best man win, and I think that's as good as opportunity as I would ask for. So.
what was your off-season workout to get bigger and stronger? Is it all lower body, or are you working out everything?
I think everything. Certainly in my position, I think on lower body days, I took a little more pride in those days. But I typically go down to Alabama. I went down there for about a month and trained with my kicking coach, and they had a gym there that I was working out at just about every day while I was down there for about a month. So gave myself a good time off after the season. Got to really feel what an NFL season looks like, and just how long it is and how late into the season you play. So I think it's good to take a couple months off. But then, yeah, I was able to get back into it for about a month in Alabama, and feeling really good where I'm at right now. So
that first year with the hand, did you do any punting? I know you couldn't hold, but could you do any punting at all? Or was it too rough to catch
a little bit? I couldn't catch a snap.
Yeah.
I could hold the ball.
Okay.
Barely with 4 fingers. So I was more just kind of feeling it off my foot. I don't know how much technique I was really able to work on with only one hand there, but yeah, I'm glad I have all working digits this year. It makes punting a lot easier.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of competitions this preseason into our OTA training camp and preseason, because we're going to see a quarterback competition for Browning as a backup. We're going to see a competition at punter. We're obviously going to see some kind of competition at corner to see who the rotational guys end up being. Safety is going to be a competition. Receiver is going to be a competition. Tight ends, like every single position, running backs, it's going to be so interesting. Obviously, yes, we know Joe Burrow is the starting quarterback, but his backup is up in the air. Joe Mixon right now is the starting running back. His backup up in the air. T and Chase are the starting receivers. But outside of Boyd and after Boyd, it's all up in the air. So there's a lot of things. We got some solidified positions, but we got some rotational problems we're going to learn more about. And then this is another... Is this the same exact... Targeting back to who we are. Oh, no. This is Joseph Ossai again. With that being said, though, guys, definitely tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I can't wait for this season. We'll be coming to Cincinnati Bengals all season long. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.